That's James's dinner for today. So I put some pomegranate arrows on the Swiss chard rolls. That's about the only difference. And highly inappropriate tales for young people. I haven't talked about that one yet, and you can see where it is in the stack. We're going to continue talking about Sarah McLauchlan lyrics, and we're going to talk about The Lure, The Nun 2, and GIA. So
GIA's still in the bottom of the pile. It might
yeah,
take
I
us
know.
years to actually get through it.
Yeah.
Or get through the reviews.
So I don't know. I'm going to leave the book until last again, because I don't really care if we end up, like I have another book, Coupland book that's almost done,
Yeah.
and if it gets reviewed
She's
at the same
whipping
time,
through
whatever.
those books, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I get through 50 pages of one of the Dune things and I go, whoa, I'm exhausted.
Well,
and then Pauline says, well, I'm through another book.
I
And I'm going,
really, really like the way Coupland writes. It's, you just fly through it. There's a lot of dialogue, and when there's dialogue, that's fast anyway.
There's a lot of empty space, but what the heck.
Yeah.
I've read Coupland and I found him an easy read. So.
Yeah. So, anyway, and I really like the highly inappropriate tales for young people. I think it's... I found it strange that it was in the regular stacks. It wasn't in with graphic novels, because it's illustrated. I don't know. I would have thought it would be in graphic novels, and really...
Who did the illustrations?
No, somebody else. You can take a look at it sometime if you like.
It's funny when you got a person with art background, maybe a diploma or something like that, who doesn't do his own artwork. Bizarre.
Anyway.
Not that it's that good.
So,
The artwork.
I'm going to leave Sarah McLauchlan until a little bit later. We're going to talk about The Lure first. And this one comes from Poland. There's subtitles, English subtitles. So,
didn't bother me
James
that much.
liked it a lot more than I did.
I liked it okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
I didn't care for it that much. I think I've seen it before, or maybe saw part of it and decided, oh, this wasn't for me. I don't know. Yeah. But it's from 2015, and it seems like it's from a lot earlier, because I guess it's supposed to be. James read the book that came with it and stuff. And it's supposed to be set in the 80s, you were saying. Mm-hmm. So...
I was wondering why the cars look like comic cars, and I thought, man, oh man, they wouldn't have cars like that nowadays. Not everyone.
Mm-hmm. So, you see some nudity, but...
It's not emphasized. It's kind of desexualized or something like that.
It is, yeah. And it's interesting, like, James found it interesting. He pointed it out, and whoever was in charge of translating the song lyrics, somehow there were some rhymes there.
Sometimes,
so they must have worked on it, to try to get it.
It's tough to
interest
translate
people.
Verse, and more importantly, songs from one language to another. And how do I know? I've done it. Very hard.
And I was impressed with the voices of the actresses.
Apparently they were singing live.
Yeah, and
Very
when James
impressed.
told me that, I was even more impressed, right? It's tough. And they have beautiful voices. So, aside from that, I guess when I thought it was going to be it says it's a genre-defying horror musical mashup, and I guess that is what it is. It didn't seem really horror to me, though.
No.
It was more a musical.
Musical, and then it's a kind of a remake or retake of The Little Mermaid.
Yeah. So
it's very different the ending's very different from The Little Mermaid. So get ready.
Anyway, it didn't rate higher in the stack for me, and I don't really think it's worth watching, but James actually enjoyed it somewhat, so maybe it just depends on the person.
And a little bit draggy, but that's okay. They put a lot of work into it.
So, The Nun 2.
Oh.
I wanted to watch horror stuff last night because it was Halloween night, right? And The Nun 2. Oh man, I don't think there's been any Catholic sort of demon possession sort of horror movie that I've actually really enjoyed.
Well, that's pretty bad. Have you seen The Exorcist?
I have seen The Exorcist.
I haven't really.
Oh.
I've kind of seen it in the background when my
Well, I can
siblings
get it
were
out
watching.
for you if you like.
I don't think I like.
Okay.
I don't like that Catholic sort of thing.
Yeah.
Something wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel sorry for Catholic people watching all these demon possession kind of Catholic movies.
Mm-hmm.
It should be an advertisement against becoming Catholic or something. So much possession. The other religions don't seem to have a problem with this.
Well, you kind of got to watch the fundamentalists. They will sometimes take over a storefront, and then they'll have a Halloween horror thing where it'll be against Halloween. You've heard about them doing that.
Oh, okay.
So some of those right-wing fundamentalist Christian types are really sad and bad.
We keep trying to talk about GIA, and it keeps the camera runs out of time. We just don't have enough time to talk about it. So this time, that's why I'm putting it first, because we're gonna get it over with. Somebody might want to borrow this thing. It's about the AIDS. It's set in time when the United States had a major AIDS epidemic, and they didn't know how to treat it yet. So now, if you happen to become HIV positive, well, you can live a really nice long life if you get the medication. But back then,
You were a goner.
you were a goner. Even if you were a supermodel like this woman was, or whatever. She would have been making a lot of money, but she really didn't have anything to show for it because she was doing a lot of drugs. And she ended up becoming HIV positive and
presumably
she
from
went
sharing needles.
downhill really quickly, and that was that, right? So I liked the way when they made the movie at the beginning, you see somebody putting makeup on her, on her face. And there's something else that they did too, but it's been a long time, I can't remember. And then at the end, you see that, the mother is talking about how the people doing the makeup would have had a really hard time because of the AIDS, right? On her daughter.
It's amazing how it wastes a person.
Yeah, but she said she wanted to have an open casket because she wanted people to see how beautiful GIA was, because she was beautiful. She was always beautiful, she was saying. So, and so then at the end you realize the makeup, well, that's what it was. She was at the beginning they were showing
The end.
the end. And so I liked that.
Yep.
And that's really the only thing about the movie I did like. It's too long.
It's an ABA structure, and B is way too long.
Yeah.
And way too bad.
Yeah, it's 125 minutes long.
Holy smokes. That short?
And
it just
it
dragged.
felt way longer than that.
It's excruciating.
The acting was not good enough.
Especially for that long.
They-
And that's a problem with the producers and directors. You've got to make sure if you've got Angelina Jolie as a centerpiece, that you've got people who can carry her acting. Because you can't
It
do it
didn't
yourself.
need to be that long. Anyway, they could have edited a lot out and kept it to the 1:30.
Well, they had to have her prancing around in the total nude.
I know. So, yeah, if you want to see Angelina Jolie completely naked, well, you do in this movie, but whatever.
A lot of it was
Who cares?
gratuitous.
Yeah. It wasn't
She
necessary.
was a model. She
It
made her money strutting around wearing clothes.
Yeah. So, I guess we're going to keep going through Sarah McLauchlan lyrics, and I'm not going to put you through my singing, which I don't know if it's really, I don't know if it's a problem with my voice, really. I mean, it sounds like it's a problem with my voice. My voice
It's your
isn't
throat,
sounding great. I don't know if it's my throat, though. I wonder if it's my ears, or even maybe my brain. Like because I've been dizzy, really dizzy, and I think maybe that's, that maybe is an inner ear thing, right? And so maybe that's throwing my voice off, or maybe the dizziness is somehow in my brain or something, and that's mixing. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
Well, the dizziness,
I just hope that I get my voice back.
The dizziness,
because it's making me a little bit annoyed.
with long
Not
plague.
so sad. I'm just kind of mad.
The dizziness with long plague might have something to do with the eustachian tube. I think that has something to do with balance.
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Because I never even really had a problem before. I never even consciously thought about singing. I just sing. And it worked, right? And now I'm like, is it going to work? And it usually doesn't. It's not. I don't know why, because I seem to be speaking fine, but the singing doesn't seem to be working. Anyway, so I'll have to try to maybe speak out the lyrics, or what you can do right now is minimize your screen so that it's only half screen on the computer, and pull up the lyrics for Sarah McLauchlan. Home, ice, and good enough. How's that? And then you can look at those while we're talking. And that would be the best thing to do. So I'm going to start with home here. And it starts, child walks to the river. And why are we missing the a child in front of the child? It doesn't.
What a way to start off.
So it starts off bad. There's already something that we have to talk about. And then looks as far as she can see. And I would say looks out, right? But maybe looks as far as she can see. Maybe that doesn't bother Jamie. I don't know.
Now that bothers me.
Did you lose it?
No, I caught some of them.
Okay, well that's good. The dogs will like the rest. Anyway, I'm going to skip a bunch of lyrics. I'm going to go down to somehow the longing so far away. The longing isn't far away. It's a longing for something far away that's within her. It's that kind of sucks. And then the innocence so wasted and aware doesn't make any sense.
You could kind of say with the previous line that she's being poetic, kind of a displacement of things. That next line, wow, that is bad.
Yeah.
Say it again for my...
Somehow the longing so far away, the innocence so wasted and aware. And you thought she used wasted and aware because of W sounds. But
the alliteration, but who gives
it's garbage. Yeah. So then we skip a couple lines here. We go down, so much anger, so deeply ingrained, was present, switched to past.
Okay.
So all of a sudden she has changed tenses for no reason.
Exactly.
Seemed a burden that was hers alone. So the seemed is a major problem there. And that's so much anger, so deeply ingrained. Seemed a burden that was hers alone. So all of a sudden she changes tenses.
So what that
she
means,
has walks and this and that.
The first line has walks. That's present tense. Now all of a sudden she switched to, what is it? What's the verb?
Seemed.
Seemed.
So she's past all of a sudden.
Huh? You don't do that unless you prepare someone for it, or unless there's some sort of good reason for it. I'm not seeing much of a reason for it.
And anyway, then we go down further. She didn't think that there was anything wrong with wanting a life that she could call her own. How could I explain? You wouldn't want to hear.
Kind of 3 cliches in a row, okay.
And I think she sings it Anyway,
Go for
I
it.
can't remember the rhythm. I'm not going to try. My voice is not good.
No, but
But anyway,
you could.
who's you? We were wondering where's this you come from? Because first we were talking about the she, and then you. So who's that? Is you the person who's listening? And how could I explain? And what is this? You wouldn't want to hear what? You wouldn't listen if I talked anyway?
Don't screw up pronouns in the middle. It's like changing horses in the
For
middle
you
of
were
the
too
street.
weighed down by your own fears. What is this even about? This doesn't make any sense. There was some kind of story going along here, and then all of a sudden there's this junk here that doesn't make any sense at all. Whatever. So that's all I have to say about that song. I never liked it, so I don't really care. Now we have ice. The ice is thin. Come on, dive in. Dive into thin ice. Diving, going in head first. Underneath my lucid skin, the cold is lost, forgotten. So, lucid means light, but not translucent like ice. And I think maybe she was trying to say she's thin-skinned or something like that. But she's, warming up to this person again or something like that. The cold is, don't worry, we're past that or whatever. I'm not sure. Hours pass, days pass, time stands still. Contradiction in terms.
I think she thought she was being poetic there.
Light gets dark and darkness fills my secret heart. Forbidden. Is darkness forbidden?
Like, what is she talking about?
I think you worried for me then, the subtle way that I'd give in. But I know you like this show. Should be, I think you worried about the subtle way I gave in then. Even then, it's still a bad line. So, and I don't know what this show is about. It's just jibber
I think
jabber.
it's about rhyming.
Yeah.
And, folks, that's never enough.
But I know you like this show. And yeah, it's just junk in there. Tied down to this bed of shame, you tried to move around the pain, but oh, your soul is anchored. The only way you can read this is that you are tied to the bed, and it doesn't, in the song, it seems like she's trying to say that she is, right?
Yeah, maybe she's talking to herself. I don't know.
But
I get the impression you is someone else.
But then you can only imagine that, like, she's singing this song to someone else, so they're the you, and then
and she does.
You tried to move around and so then all of a sudden, okay, so now she's tied this person down to a bed of shame.
I get the impression that's not what she's aiming for.
I don't think that's what she's aiming for, but that is what she said. Offer what you can, I'll take all that I can get. Should be the rhythm, but what she says is, offer what you can, I'll take all that I can get. That's how she sings it, and that's not right. And if you're singing a song and you go, and you may not notice, you sing the words out and you may not notice that you've done that, something like that.
You get carried away
by the melody and whatever, right? You just enjoy your voice and read it out with the accents the way you'd sing it, and then go, whoa, that doesn't work, right? You might hear it a little better to realize you can't sing it that way. That's not right.
If you can't figure that out initially, have someone else do it for you.
Yeah.
Someone going into it stone cold. See where the problems are. You got to do something.
And then there's some more gibberish. And then some more confusion. Your angels speak with jilted tongues? Is she trying to say jilting tongues? Tongues don't get jilted, they do the jilting. But even so, what is this about? The serpent's tail has come undone. And when I wrote that down from, I looked these lyrics up online, and it's not tail as in T-A-I-L, as James was guessing.
Yeah.
Well, it might be that the lyrics are written down incorrectly. It
Or
might
it could be a
that
pun.
she meant T-A-I-L, or it could be a pun, or, yeah, sure, whatever. But it is written as T-A-L-E, and even so, coming down from where we don't understand this at all, it doesn't make any sense. So James was thinking, well, it might have to do with, the serpent biting its tail kind of thing, and maybe it's not anymore, but still we don't know what it means.
Maybe it's a rattlesnake losing its rattles. I have no idea.
Maybe. You have no strength to squander. Squander sucks. Why is it there? Not needed for a rhyme. So that's all I have to say about that song.
Yeah, we were saying, why not strength to waste? Squander? I don't know.
So
it actually
then
has better sound. It has assonant, strength to waste. Right? The A sound.
Good enough. That's the next song we're looking at.
Is it good enough, Fumbling? Oh!
It is not good enough.
Spoiler alert. It's not good enough.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to reading lyrics here for you. Hey, your glass is empty. It's a hell of a long way home. Why don't you let me take you? It's no good to go alone. I never would have opened up, but you seem so real to me, and after all the something I've heard, refreshing not to see, she doesn't say something in there, but I can't say it on YouTube, that I don't have to pretend. She doesn't expect it from me. Okay.
She, okay.
All of a sudden we have she again. And it's a big problem there. So, we have with her third line, I didn't bring it up, but why don't you let me take you? That's how it should be said, but that is not how she sings it. She sings it, why don't you let me take you? That's how she sings it. But it should be, why don't you let me take you? The why should get the accent, not the don't.
You could say, okay, why don't you let me take you? But
Nobody.
it'd have something preceded. That would be, it'd be more in a conversation, not this monologue.
Okay, so then she has, so don't tell me I haven't been good to you. Now this is a problem because this is jammed. And when you're writing poetry, even if you have a break, often people get away with it when they're singing, but it's not right. So she has, so don't tell me I haven't been good to you. Do you see what I'm saying there? So you can't say that because it's the same sentence. So you have to say, so don't tell me I haven't been good to you. Now, the problem is here, these guys are getting along really well in the first verse. And then all of a sudden the chorus comes around and don't tell me I haven't been good to you. What happened here? This doesn't make any sense because it's not only do we have the problem, it's tough to keep straight who is I and you and whatever, and then you becomes a she or nobody know. Yeah. But the chorus it's theoretically this song's about spousal abuse, we think, but they were chummy, and out of nowhere James says she's bummy, and I say I wouldn't believe she'd try to be good to her later after this. She's like schizoid or something. She just all of a sudden, what? Hey little girl, would you like some candy? Your mama said it's okay. The door is open, come on outside. No, I can't come out today. So here we have, there's a couple problems I have with this. There's one person talking, presumably, and then there's another person. But it isn't shown like I said this and you said this or whatever. It's not clear.
You don't do that if you don't have a narrative convention like he said, she said.
Yeah.
Have someone else sing it.
two people singing,
Yeah.
then you could do this. But this doesn't work, right? And then plus the "Hey little girl, would you like some candy?" She sounds like a dirty old stranger, and she's treating an abused woman like a child. What's going on here, right? It's not the wind that cracked your shoulder and threw you to the ground. So, bad inversion, making it out of chronological order. It's not the wind that threw you to the ground and cracked your shoulder.
Well, it might have been a really strong wind and cracked it before it threw to the ground. It's like something that, what was his name? Anderson, that thin guy they used to have on CNN at every hurricane. What was his first name?
I think she is trying to rhyme ground and bone. And that's, who's there that makes you so afraid you're shaken to the bone.
So
and
you call
it's
that
not even a good rhyme.
consonants.
It's not a rhyme.
So it's just, well, it's consonants. It's chime. It's a correspondence between end sounds towards the end of a syllable. So it's really, really weak. There's no correspondence between the vowels, and there's that D thrown in at the end of the end. So it's, you can do it, but if you're going to do it, make it part of a pattern where you're doing it all the time. Because otherwise people say, well, you know, like Rolling Stone once took Lou Reed to task for what they call lazy rhymes. And this is ultra lazy, okay, folks? It's ultra lazy.
Okay. And then it goes back to whatever. Don't tell me I haven't been good to you and whatever. So, that's all I really have to say about that. I never liked that song either. So
it wasn't good enough then.
It never. No, the melody to me it isn't like the. I put together some new lyrics for Ben's song because I actually like that one a lot, and it's worth putting the time in to give it good lyrics because. I mean, Sarah McLauchlan's pumped out a lot of music over the years, but I don't really know if any of it'll have staying power because.
I can't see it.
She
Maybe
doesn't
some
have
of her
the
later
lyrics
stuff
to go with it, but who knows?
This early stuff, you know, like some people actually redid songs, you know, like Gordon Lightfoot, first and second album.
Interesting.
So
other people have already set the precedents.
Bob Dylan rewrote Blood. What is it? Blood on the Tracks.
So there are a lot of illustrations in this one, and so I mean Coupland stuff's already quick to go through, and then there's illustrations in this one too. I don't know why this isn't in the graphic novel section of our library, but it isn't, and it was an interesting read. I think probably.
Face it though, going really quickly, you could do better illustrations, and that's just quickly.
Yeah, I think this book would probably interest 15-year-olds most.
Okay.
But
well,
I
is
don't
that
know.
the graphic novels crowd nowadays?
I think so.
Or is it more college students?
Who knows? I mean, it seems like people are being raised to stay younger. So.
Well, it's getting to the point where it's infantilization.
Yeah. Anyway.
Adolescent sort of stuff.
I don't really have much to say about that. It's an interesting enough read. And
well, you had it second there. So.
Yeah.
I kind of would rate the art thing high because it's interesting to see where this guy comes from and how really, by comparison with his writing, how inferior his artwork is.
Well, yeah, because he got somebody else to do the artwork.
I know.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I'd rate that, but it's just a surprise that you rated that low for him.